What's up, everybody? It's your boy Richie. Got another ARK video. I told you I would. And today, this episode is going to be about the best base locations on Genesis. So, here's what we're going to do. Alright, so I'm going to go this from the least to the best spots. So what I've noticed playing on here, there's basically, you got, let's see, hold on, I got God mode on, hold on, you got 5 biomes, right? Oh, hold on. I would not bother building in the volcano at all. I would not bother building in the lunar, and I would not bother building in the Arctic whatsoever. The reason why I say you don't want to build there is because the magmasaurs can blow your base down really easy. Unfortunately, with the way these magmasaurs are on here, and I made a video on how to get them, they're very OP right now, and unless you have some type of water around you, like the bog, which is always raining, for the most part, or if you can build underwater. So I'm right around the south zone. In the south part of the bog biome, some of these trees are much bigger than others. So like this is a regular tree, and these are all over. It's just pretty tall trees, you know, but there is really no buildable surfaces. I mean, I guess if you want to be inventive, you could. But then you had these big trees, which go much higher than the other ones. Oh, I'm actually at the top. And then they have a bunch of buildable platforms. Okay? Nice little small areas, stuff like that. Now, you can build on these much easier than, you know, the other trees. Now, keep in mind, the areas aren't that big. I mean, this one has a decent amount of size right here. But, you know, they're very hidden for the most part, and it will be hard for someone to magma your base down. But again, this is my least favorite. So now I am going to go to... Oh my god. These blood stalkers. He shouldn't even be able to do that to me. Alright, so I'm at the ocean biome, which is overall the best place to build, period. Here's why. Obviously, if you've been here, these peaks are very hard to get to. So as long as if you build on one of these tops of these pillars over here, if you could preferably build on one that's actually not near other ones. So like I'll give you an example. I'm like moving super fast right now. Like this one right here is probably the best pillar to build on. Now the buildable area is not a massive area, but again, because there's nothing else around it, it will be very hard for people to magma this down. They gotta pretty much use some type of flyer like Quetzal, stuff like that, to soak all your turrets and everything. So that is one of the best spots in the game. On Genesis, should I say. But now I'm going to show you the best spots point blank in this game, and for that we gotta go under the water. Let my map render. Looks like we got one at 3552. So there are these underwater biomes. Maybe you might have seen them if you come under here. Now they're all at different depths as far as, you know, how far down to go to get to them, but there's a bunch of them. So here's what I can tell you. So here's one right here, right? So there's basically, they're like these tech doors, and here's what I've noticed about them. if it says red, if it's a red tech door, you can't get into it. You see that? Not from either way. If it's blue, you can go through. So just remember that. Blue, you can go through. Red, you can't go through red at all. So I actually seen some people who were like wasting needless turrets and stuff like that, you know, underneath, having them shoot up, and all they're doing is they're shooting their roof. So there's a couple spots down here. There's multiple entrances in some of them. Some of them there's only one entrance. So you see this? This is blue, right? And you can go through. Just like that. So it's basically like living under the water in like a giant vacuum compartment. But you don't have to put up a vacuum compartment. Those blue doors are already the vacuum compartments, but they are transparent. So obviously you're going to want to put a bunch of, you know, turrets. Let me say it the way most people say it. Turrets up, okay? Now, the only downfall to these places is that these doors, these tech doors, are pretty massive. So you have a lot to do as far as, you know, building those turret towers and everything. So some of these bases are more suited for bigger tribes or people who are extreme builders and can build fast. Because that's a, look at that, that's a massive amount of area to cover. But the best thing about these places is, let's see where I am right here. This one's called Terrarium. Let's see. And this is right around 3553. Alright, and then I have some other ones we can go check out. It's right around 1857, 1858, something like that. Let's check this one out. This one, I like this one in particular because unlike all the other ones, from what I've noticed since I've been in here, this one looks like it only has this one small door. The only thing is the room in here is the room is limited, but let's look around. Do have somewhere a small area to put, I guess, some small water teams. Might as well just keep them in cryopods. It's just a little small area, but man, if you only got one entrance into a place, that's great. And you can definitely build in all of these places. That's what makes them really good. Just to prove it, earlier when I was here, look, I put this foundation down here. Trust me, they're totally buildable. So I will go find another spot. And then here's another one. Oh, where's this one at? Huh, let me see. I just now found this one. Oh, the entrance to this looks like 2547-ish. Let's check this out. Oh, wow. So this one, what's this one called? The shortcut. Huh. It's not very wide. It doesn't have one of those ones on the top. But it has one small door. Looks like it just has just that one small door on that one side. And then one, believe it or not, those are the small doors. And then one small door on this side. So you only have to worry about two sides. And this is a pretty decent sized area. This is a nice base location right here. You pretty much have enough room, for the most part, to do what you need to do in here. And now I'm going to show you, which I believe, out of all the ones I found, the biggest and best one. Both entrances are pretty much around 2048-ish, pretty much all the way at the bottom. But again, a lot of these places are very tricky to get to. But this one right here is massive. I gotta turn this on for this. This one is called, let's see, Paradise Lost. This base consists of one huge, and I mean huge, door. When you actually go through it, this thing's a giant cave system, right? So it actually looks like when you're coming through it, like sometimes you come from up here, you're like, oh. You might think that it's actually like different doors, but it's not. This is one massive door right here. Massive door. Which obviously you've seen, I just went through it. You can go through it. It has two entrances. It has the one big one, then it has another small one, which is actually right near it, but you can't tell until you go into the water. But if you come down in here, look at this. This thing has its own ecosystem down in here in this one, man. You got so much, like, you see how I just did that? Look, that's the same door. That's the same door. You have so much stuff you can do into this place. It's got its own waterfalls in here. Plenty of room. You can put turtles in here, even the big ones. Breed them in here. Everything. This place is more suited for big tribes, though, because that's a lot of area. And it's a lot of stuff to build, and it's very hard to defend. But once you get it up, once you get everything up, I'm sure you won't have very many problems with it all. I mean, like, look at all these caverns in here. Like, look at this. This is all the same place. There's glitches in here. This is all one place. This is called Paradise Lost. Look at it. It's beautiful. Awesome. And then I'm going to prove to you in about 1 second why these places are so awesome. Okay guys, what's up? So I'm back on my server, and as you see, I am in that big one, the Paradise Lost. And I just want to prove a point to you about magmasaurs not being able to shoot in here. Everybody should be worried about magmasaurs. Again, because they can raid your base very easily. So there is a magmasaur. Now this is after the update when you need ignites to fire it. So I have plenty of metal ignites in the inventory. So you all know what a magmasaur looks like when it shoots, alright? Ready? I'm gonna blow down some of my structures. Ready? I'm gonna hold it in, hold it in. Let's go, let's go. Ready? And see that? A big fat nothing. Zero. Nothing comes out. I wasted ignites. Check it out. One more time. Nothing comes out. And I believe that's because this is under the water and magmasaurs are weak to water. So hopefully they will never change that too. Alright guys, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Hopefully this will help you build some awesome bases and will stop you from getting raided. Please do me a favor and ring the bell, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Alright, I'm out of here. Peace out.